Hello and welcome to Let's Play Jak and Daxter. I'm Archie, here from the British Dudes. It's lagging already. Great start. And I love these games. I just bought the HD collection, so I thought, let's play them all. Because they're really easy. Well, they're really not later on. But it's fine. 100% before and I effed up a recording, so let's start a new one. No subtitles. Don't know why, so I'll be quiet through the whole thing. Go on, saving. Okay.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Ow! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Gol Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the 3 sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or 2 stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? 'Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
And we're finally playing. We're at Geyser Rock. Just trying out the moves quickly because just try them all out. There's some you'll never use. There's a lot of talking in this first episode. I try to get it all out the way. Oh, we have to talk to villagers later. And this is obviously a tutorial area.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
There's like over 1,000 of them. There's like 1,100 or something. I think. I'm really not sure. You get them all. I don't think you get anything for getting them all, but you know, all these dummies here to show you how to hit. And
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-grab zoomer.
power cells. There's 101 of them in the game. Again, we'll be getting them all. I think this is the only. I know they're in this game and in Jak X much later on. These little things. There's like 6 of them. They run through them and they get pretty old quick. Oh. Thanks, game. It's good. I feel the need to break most of these for no real reason at all. Good thing about the tutorial, though, I don't need to tell you things. Kira will do. Get 7 of these, get a power cell. Here's a power cell. I have a big problem remembering precursor orb and power cell. I don't know, my head just doesn't work. But, yeah, it's just a generic tutorial. They do tell you things a bit late, though, like just green eco. They're usually in those crates. They give you health.
Wow! That last scout flight had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more.
Job, Kara. Same as too.
That's blue eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor.
It also draws items towards you. He forgets to tell you that, and it's very important. Because there's bits later in the game to get certain precursor orbs you're gonna need to use, and also it unlocks the scout fly boxes without having to jump on them, which is pretty useful. The hitbox, the freaking health bar there. There's 3 bits in it, but you do have 4. Shut up, the same. If you get a 50, an extra 50 on the thing, as soon as you lose a hit, it will quickly add it back. So you essentially have 4 hits.
Precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
That's used loads. And I don't think you're meant to get here with, you know, that. You're meant to go over here to this vent, but it's fine.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
I think there's a vent for each type. Except from Dark Eco. Later on there becomes Dark Eco vents, but not in this game. Yeah. There's 4 types of eco in this game. Green, blue, orange and red, I think.
Good work.
Pretty sure.
The blue eco caused the door to open. With blue eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant.
I do love these precursor platforms. They sound like drums when you walk on them. I'm not sure why, but it's a really cool sound. I love it.
Those Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos, or one big green one to increase your...
Yeah, I don't know why they wait this long to give it the hint on green eco, because we've got loads at this point, but it's fine. There's only 50 precursor orbs in this level, and those ones I jumped off a cliff for. Shut up. There's a couple other different jump abilities, I guess. If you do the Crash Bandicoot spin in midair, you get a little bit of extra air that can be used to get to some different platforms. And there's the forward roll as well, which they don't teach you to do, but fine. And there's these platforms with Blue Eco. And that's it, guys, rock. That little bit off the edge where I jumped when we found out about Blue Eco, it's pretty useful to go there. This is just quick looking, because I always did miss some precursor orbs, and they're down in that little ravine. And let's go back to Tamus. Yeah.
Good training, boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
And we're finally playing, but we really won't. We're just going to get all the talking out of the way, because we've got Dr. Kira and all the different people in the village. It's weird. Alright. Hey, Kira.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
You don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
It's kind of like Super Mario World, but you hit the box and it unlocks certain types of boxes in the world. Yeah. Their interaction, Jak and Daxter and Kira, is weird because they've known each other. Like, Jak's 15 in this game and they've known each other forever, but they kind of act like they don't know each other. It's really weird. And there's this. Don't go in the water.
We best stay way clear of them.
But yeah, Jak, the thingy and Kara and all that, they kind of act weird. I don't know why. And there's boxes. We're now in the game. There's boxes everywhere. We'll go and chat to everyone in the fucking village. It takes ages, but...
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Not actually his uncle. I guess it's just, you know, they call each other that. And now we're going to go to the mayor. There's another scout fly. And he, of course, has a quest for us. Because everyone fucking does.
Oh, don't tell me that you two have problems as well. First I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell.
minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
I don't know who the mayor's like fighting against in his election, because there's like 8 people in this fucking town. And not one of them, other than Samos, none of them seem competent. Especially not this guy. No.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. Huh. I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
Oh, I love Daxter. I love Jak. They're great. They're amazing. A little bit weird here. To get one of the scout flies, you have to go to the next area, kind of. You gotta go to the beach. I think the beach is Sentinel Beach. Village is Sandover Village. And there's the Forbidden Jungle. And there's Misty Island. There's like the hub world. There's like 3 hub worlds. And each one has like 3 or more areas splitting off. This one it is 3 of them, yes. People got left to talk to, but crazy bird lady with a really cool hat and a farmer. And a being. But let's talk bird lady.
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainframe. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
That is a fucked hat. It's terrifying. Up here, there's a new type of, I still don't know what it's called. It's like a precursor orb vent. I'm just going to call everything a vent. It's a really cool thing, and I love the sound. Yeah, all them orbs. You just have to stand next to it with Blue Eco. That's it. Oh, what was that over there in the corner? The really cool thing. Oh, farmer.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
This is the weird naming convention of this game. They just combine animal names, like these animals are the yak cows, a yak and a cow. Daxter's an ottsel, half weasel. You know, I guess it works. Up here is the way to, I don't know what it's called. It's like a volcano path. I've forgotten what its name is. But there's some of the Fire Canyon. Some precursor orbs we need up here. These episodes are going to work. They're going to be about 20 minutes long. We're going to do an area of video because I hate doing long playthroughs. Fucking, why would you? This game is not that long, and you don't need to waste time. So we're going to do an an episode. It's fine. That's up from the yak owls. Sandover Village, all that's in here is mostly just, there's the scout flies. Each area of scout flies has precursor orbs. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 or 6 of its own power cells you can get. One of them is by doing this, putting the yak owls in the pen. You get 2 from speaking to a certain being, and then you get 1 from the mayor and your uncle, and then the scout flies. Oh, but it's weird, like the one you get for doing what the mayor wants you to do, turning on the power, it classes as a power cell from the jungle. Same with the muse guy, it counts as a power cell for Misty Island. So, it's weird. But these yak owls, that attack we did earlier, that roll jump thing, is an attack in this game. It will damage enemies, but every other game after it will no longer attack and damage enemies, which is weird. Because I imagine being rolled into at that speed would hurt, but it's fine. Also just do it to get around faster because it's fine. There's no need to keep punching them because it just slows them down, but they go fucking slow. Anyway, I think Jak Owls show up again in the second game, but not after that. Jak Owls are just gone. I guess things escalate and Jak Owls aren't really no place for them. Hey farmer.
Oh, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
This is a re-recording, so I don't know if I talk about this later. I imagine I do. But this is all post voiceover, obviously, for a couple of reasons. My controller's an old PS3 controller, super fucking old, and squeaks like hell. So if I bring this up again, it's just I've forgotten. That's, you know. And also because I like to listen to music while I play games, and I obviously can't do that here. But this Precursor Oracle, it's kind of weird because they don't know it's here.
Who awakens the Oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
They have amazing voices. I love the Precursor voice. But it's weird. Again, Jack's 15, Daxter's got to be around the same age, and they've lived here their whole life and have never seen the Oracle. How is that possible? I don't know. I think they're just stupid. Okay, we have the power cell. Well, that's pretty much it, I think. Next we're going to go to the Forgotten Jungle. We'll just get a couple more power cells, and then we'll be done.
You found all the scout flies in this area.
Shut up, Daxter. There's some here. There's some more in a bit, but that's it. I've been Archie. This has been Jak and Daxter Precursor Legacy. Come back next time and we'll do the Forbidden Jungle. But thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Goodbye.